Don Rush here, West Coast Classic Cougar. And on my last video, I showed you how to take out your cluster out of your Cougar. And that's really the hardest part. This is super straightforward. And I almost hesitate to do a video because you're gonna say, well, that's obvious. But there is one thing that always trips me up, and it's these clocks. Now, most of them don't have a clock. They have a dummy plate right here. And a lot of you have turned those dummy plates into tachometers. If you haven't, we do have them on our website. But this knob isn't reproduced. And so if you destroy this coming out, that's a tough one to replace. So first off, you got to get the right screwdriver, get a firm hold right there, standard screwdriver, and whoops, this is not the right screwdriver, so this needs to be filed down, or I have to get a different one. Luckily, I have a different one right here. Okay, so you get the right screwdriver. Just barely fits in there. Okay, this one's coming out, but a lot of them, you'll twist and twist and it'll snap. And I'm going to show you what you're snapping and what you don't want to snap. So there is your nut, and this is Cougar only, standard only. Yeah, so you got all those threads in there, and you got this shaft here, and moisture gets in there and bonds them together. And if you force this screw, then you'll snap that shaft. So what I suggest you do is somehow soak this. That's kind of tough. Well, one way you could soak it is remove the lens with the clock and sacrifice the lens if you have to, and then turn the clock over and soak it that way. And then your clock most likely doesn't work. When you get it rebuilt and send it off to our clock rebuilder, he can figure out how to get it apart. It's his problem then. But anyway, also, before you start this job, there's a few pieces you'll want to get on our website. If you notice, the chrome is bad on all these cones. These lenses on this one actually don't look that bad. They could be revived, but those cones, look how ugly those are. So the fact that our reproduction lenses come with those re-chromed cones already on there in place, that's worth the price of admission right there. So also notice the orange is coming off this needle. We have this little thing of paint here to redo that needle and this needle. Sometimes they're like pink, so that's totally worth it too. The diffusers on these, when I get inside and show you, you'll see they go opaque. You get a better illumination if you put these new blue diffusers on. And the LED. If you're my age and your eyes are what I think they are, you will really appreciate nice bright gauge lights. And as a bonus, the LEDs shine a true white instead of orange. Incandescents shine orange, which makes your illumination green. I prefer the crisp, light, icy blue that the LEDs with these diffusers put out. I know it's not original, but I just like it. It looks better than the green. Lastly, gauge tester. And we got a different video that shows you how to use this gauge tester. These are dirt cheap. In fact, these bezels that we're selling are expensive. So if you buy the bezels and the lenses from me and one other product, I don't care what the product is, it can be used or new. If you buy those, I'm going to give you one of these for free. And you just got to put in the comments, I want my free gauge tester as per Don's video. So these are wonderful. They work for all the Ford gauges, for your fuel sending unit, and they're super easy to use, high quality. Everybody that owns a Ford should have one of those. So here we go. It's this easy to take these apart. I like my smaller screw gun, but this is what's in front of me today. I'm just gonna blaze these apart. That's the wiper switch. We can leave that in there. It depends on how far you're going on this restoration. If you got rust on the back here, maybe you want to take everything apart and bead blast and go to town. This one's pretty clean. I doubt you'd want to mess with it if yours was like this. Okay. So there's one more screw. And remember, before you throw out your old bezel, you got to take it all off. Like this metal strip, that's got to come off because the new one does not come with that metal strip, as you see there. So here we go. And had I not taken that knob out, that lens would have stayed there. So the only way to get that out would have been to like go in and Dremel around that and ruin that lens. That's the only way you get that out. Once it's out, you can take the clock and soak it in evaporust or whatever. But once you're inside of here, you might choose to replace some of these. We actually on our website sell this backing portion only. So if you're what's on this one? If your back portion looks bad, but your gauges are good, we can actually separate this and sell you this portion only. But look at those diffusers. Look, that one's gone opaque. You know, you can't hardly see through it anymore, but somebody maybe put the wrong bulb in or something there, and it just melted them. So buy these even before you take apart the project, I say. So anyway, pretty darn straightforward. You're going to take some time removing all these pieces. Your foam right here might be disintegrated. Look at that foam. It's just disintegrating. Go to Michael's. They sell this stuff by the sheet. Get your X-Acto knife. Make your own. Because... Oh, I'm wrong. I forgot. These have the foam. So no, don't go to Michael's. If you're restoring your old one, reusing your old one, yeah, go to Michael's. But yeah, I'm not going to take a lot of time and show you where every little screw goes. It's very straightforward. This is a fun little project you can do. You don't have to take it to a mechanic. The hard part is getting them out of the car. Once they're out of the car, easy speasy. Over and out.